All right, can you see a Riddler?
I can.
Yes, you can.
All right. So this was a big reveal. We actually had 2 big reveals, all thanks to Sideshow Collectibles, and of course the amazing Maria Pamfilova, who sculpted both of these. I absolutely love this. I know some people were kind of ho-hum about it. I don't know how you guys feel, but I love this piece. It's definitely a grim-looking Riddler, very beat up. I think it definitely has the look of Willem Dafoe, which I love even more. Love the purple and green color choices. What do you guys think about this one?
So I really like 95% of it. My only complaint is if you're going to do the white eyes like they're doing, they need to bring the mask up more to cover like the underneath his eyeballs, because it just doesn't look right with the white eyes, with the mask having that big of an eye opening.
But it looks like there's pupils on that one, though.
There's this, and then there's another portrait.
Yeah,
Oh,
somebody
this
did
too.
somebody
Okay.
did the Photoshop where they filled it in purple and it looked good.
Right. So what I'm showing you guys, this is the actual statue here with the white. Sometimes Riddler's eyes are filled in with a white as part of the mask. This, of course, does kind of make him look even more evil. I don't mind this. I'm in the minority. I don't mind the way this looks at all. I would be happy if it was the white eyes. I'm fine with it. Some people also haven't loved the skin knees. They haven't been a big fan of that. I think it makes him look grittier. Like maybe he's been drug around by Batman. He's on the asphalt or whatever. I'm fine with any of that. But somebody did put irises in just to give you kind of an idea of what that could look like. And maybe they could offer a second portrait. I don't know if they would be willing to do that, but they literally would only have to paint the eyes. This obviously is not up for pre-order yet. Also, somebody did a Photoshop, which I'm going to show you here in a second. But again, this is them painting. Doesn't that look like Willem Dafoe? I think it looks just like me.
Yeah.
But anyway, here's just a different angle. So this is the angle I would probably display it at, kind of that little slightly to the side versus the straight on like this. I really like the way that looks, just kind of pivoted just slightly.
And they gave him that giant scar going across his mouth too.
Yeah, which again, they're making him look more evil, and that's kind of what they're wanting to do. Sideshow is wanting to do kind of more like grotesque monster versions. And I think that they just really nailed it. This was another Photoshop where they made the white part of the mask instead of having the droopy eyelid, kind of fill in the mask all the way. And I think that looks good as well. And so I actually reached out to the sculptor and she responded to me. I'm going to keep those comments private for right now. But it was interesting to hear her take and kind of the way that they decided to paint. But again, I'm very, very happy with the way this looks. I think it's fun. I don't mind that he's seated at all. I think that's great. I think it looked great with the penguin. The penguin definitely kind of kicked off the way that they were going with this line. Again, penguin's very grotesque looking, a lot of like smudge and grime. But I love it. So what about the rest of you? Does anybody else love it and are going to pre-order it?
I'm pre-ordering it.
Yeah. Riddler has always been one of my favorite villains, so I'm like a person that's been waiting forever for them to do a Riddler, and I've always been worried that they were going to do something and I wasn't going to like it. And I think despite like the few little nitpicks, I think it's perfect. I think it's a hard character to make, and I think that's why they just haven't done it yet, and I think they pretty much nailed it. I think it looks cool.
What do you think, Delaney?
I like it a lot. The eye thing does bug me. The only way I could justify it the way it is if I can train my brain to think he's wearing white contacts. Otherwise, it makes no sense to me at all.
That's kind of what I thought as well, just to give him kind of an evil look. He's wearing white contacts.
Yeah, I probably won't buy it. I'm more of a hero guy than a villain guy. And while I appreciate this grotesque line, I think I've mentioned on the show before that I've decided I like more beautiful things in my collection than grotesque things.
You mean the beautiful ladies?
Well, you know what? I don't just mean the ladies. I also mean,
beautiful people.
Beautiful people.
There you go.
Even beautiful monsters. There's something about Swamp Thing that I think just looks really, really cool. But when you take characters that we have seen previously looking normal and make them grotesque, it's not something that my eye necessarily wants to see in my display.
I understand. I just want to go on record as saying that I can't think of a better looking Riddler than this. Like I love the way he looks. I love the pose. I love the color choices. I just think Sideshow nailed it.
I mean, I've seen a few customs, and even when the custom groups try to do it, it just doesn't look good. I think, Sideshow did an amazing job with this. He's not an easy character to do.
No, and it's I don't know. I don't know how long they've been working on him, but the extra time has paid off. I also have a very strong feeling that they're going to continue to want to give us characters like this, and it's never more blatantly clear to me. Oh, there's the really scary Riddler right there. Thank God they didn't model him off of that dude.
Why doesn't he have white eyes?
I don't know. We should have had white eyes on that. It was like
we should have photoshopped your eyes.
Yeah, like we can show. Yeah, it's creepy. Anyway, my point is then the same day they revealed Man Bat. None of us knew this was coming. This is very exciting. They have not teased it. Since I did my hit or miss video, they have also announced during their video that the wings are going to be translucent. So I would assume a PVC type material because the light up feature of the bat signal will shine through his wings. I think more people are excited about this one than the Riddler even.
Yep.
Yeah.
I have one little critique, and I hope they fix it. That seam. I mean, I get it's a giant wing and they have to make it a separate piece, but I don't like that giant hole where the fur is kind of overlapping. Because they said this was a 3D print, and now this is going to go into casting to get molded.
Right there. I didn't even notice that. Eric.
It's a big gap right there. I mean, I think they can hide that a little bit better. Like the right arm looks fine. I'm assuming the right arm probably comes off too somewhere, or maybe not. But
you think maybe it's just because it's a 3D print?
I don't know. They made it sound like I was listening to the video. They made it sound like this is set to go, and we're going to send it off for casting because they said we have a few of them that we just primed. To see where the mistakes were. So the fact that it was primed and they're showing it, I'm assuming they felt like everything looked good to them.
The thing, this is going to be really dark brown, so it might hide the seam pretty well, being it's such a dark color. Yeah. If this was like bright orange or something, I think it would definitely stand out. But you can see the other seam line on the other arm now that I'm zooming in.
I don't see that as much. I see it a little bit, but yeah, I think they can just overlap that fur just a little bit more. I think it'll hide a lot of that.
I agree, and maybe they could just tweak that just a bit because I think that would make collectors really happy. And again, I think the arms are going to be a PVC material. I just think it's very cool. I would love for them to do maybe a couple different portraits, maybe a second portrait just to give it a different look. I feel bad. There was a custom Man Bat that's coming out, and so many people I've seen comments like, "Hey, can I cancel it? Can I sell my pre-order of that one?" Because clearly people really like this one. Definitely modeled off of the animated series, but definitely Sideshow's own take. But I'm very excited about this. And again, to me, this really does tell me that they are targeting the seasoned collector, people that have been with Sideshow for a long time. They're definitely throwing collectors a bone, and I think this is just the beginning.
And it also fits into like Jeff collects, like a monster line. Like you could put this with other creatures and monsters.
Yeah.
But I really like it. I'm definitely going to be ordering this one. Shocker.
Okay. And isn't it cool they're actually showing us the early stages? They didn't used to do that.
Love it. I really like the new Sideshow. I think that they've done a really nice job of taking us behind the scenes, and just even the paint. I love the painting videos. And I know some people might be bored with those, but I find them fascinating, all that goes into making these things come alive. Just awesome. So this was from the Pure Arts booth. This was the Batman and Robin. I have to say, I thought this looked really good in person. Even like Robin's face has been critiqued, but I thought even in person it didn't bother me at all. You guys saw it in person. What did you guys think?
The Adam West looks incredible.
I only saw the smaller version because there was a lot of people around this piece. And I couldn't even get to it.
So let me ask you this: would you have preferred the 1/8 piece as 1/4 scale instead of this?
Yep. Yes.
Yep.
I thought that looked pretty cool.
Yeah, it did.
I was surprised at the price of that one.
Yeah, $99.
$99.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
It's pretty cool, right? And it looked really good in person, I have to say. And it's two figures. Like if this was just Robin on a bat hood, if it was another 10 scale company, it would probably be like 180.
Yep.
More than
So
that.
I was really impressed with the price point. I actually, Billy was talking to me on camera and he's like, whoa, it's only 100. And I didn't know, I didn't see the sign either, but I thought that was really impressive.
Yeah.
Cool piece. This is the penguin they had on display, and like Eric said earlier, just looked really cool in person.
Yeah, really cool in person. Again, not just to see like an individual statue in person, seeing it next to other pieces makes you appreciate it more too, because you kind of get an idea of how it might look in your collection next to other stuff.
Just awesome. They had some of the Batman cowls and the Flash cowl. That was really cool because it lights up.
Yeah, that was bright.
That looks really neat. Yeah, super bright. They had some Lord of the Rings. It's neat to see them really kind of branching out. Not only these like life-size helmet type things, but also video game statues. Again, you could see all the people around the booth. Like this was again nonstop, where it made it hard to kind of go in and out of the booth. But again, great staff at Pure Arts, and these were the half scale.
Yeah,
just massive.
Yeah, like what, like 2-3 feet? I mean, look at the guy standing next to it.
Yeah, it's really large. This is back at the PCS booth. They had that big giant Optimus.
Yeah,
that's $4,000 one.
Looks very small in the photo.
Yeah, I was gonna say in the photo it looks small. It's massive. I don't remember the price on this. Is it 4,000?
Yeah, it's over $4,000 with the attachment in the back, and it's like I think 2,500 without it.
Okay. They had some smaller ones also. The classic scale. Sorry, that picture was out of focus. But yeah, this piece is just absolutely incredible, massive. I love the wings on him, or like the truck bed.
Yeah,
it's neat. Seeing all 4 turtles together with Shredder was really neat. This one made its premiere at the show. This is Michelangelo. So
this was the first time all 4 were shown together.
Yeah. So that was really neat to see that.
Yeah, really cool effect on that the nunchucks, the way it's twirling around.
I think I'm assuming there's a couple swap outs for that, but I thought the motion was fun.
Those were my favorite on the entire floor.
Mine too. There's another kind of photo of, again, sorry, my camera's a little out of focus, but get an idea of the base. Yeah, these all just look so good together.
Yeah, I think, and the crazy thing is, you need them all, I think, because they look cool together, but it takes up so much space, like, because they're massive. These are like quarter scale, right? But they're huge.
No, they're third scale.
Oh, they are third scale. Okay, wow, because they're big pieces.
I would say that they are, like, if you compare it to a Prime 1 piece, I would say it's slightly underscaled to a Prime 1 piece, but still very massive. I mean, you guys can attest to that.
They're big, bulky characters.
Yeah. Yeah, they definitely extend out a lot.
So go back to the previous picture. So some people think that his head is oversized. What did you guys think in person?
Maybe slightly, yes. I didn't
know that. I saw people making comments on Facebook. They didn't like the way the portrait even resembled him. I thought he looked cool in person. I mean, I don't study the guy. I don't know every detail on his face, but I thought he looked good. I think it looks like him. I don't think there's any question on who it's supposed to be. Yeah.
But I mean, I think maybe the head could be a little bit oversized, but like I said, in person, I didn't really notice.
Right.
Well, definitely if they're going just by this picture is like taking like overhead and down. So everything like up top is going to look bigger compared to the, just the perspective of the angle right now.
Yeah. I should have tried to do some lower camera angles, but.
Well, again, the advantage of being there rather than looking at photos.
Yep. Correct. 100%, Jeff. You bring up a great point. Again, it's just really cool to see a lot of these in person.
That one was cool seeing in person.
That one was cool. I thought Blade looked awesome in person.
Mm-hmm.
This Halloween was massive.
This looks, it's half scale. It looks awesome.
The pumpkin below it was really cool, Jeff.
Yeah, they had a real one too, kind of glowing, and then they had the one that comes with it.
Nice.
It's neat. Then of course they had the Witcher half scale. I believe that head is silicone, I think.
Looks like it.
Yeah. But
That was
look at that thing. Just massive piece.
Mm-hmm.
That one felt like the biggest of the show. This was at the Pure Arts. And then they also had this one, Assassin's Creed. Cool pieces.
Yeah.
Oop, out of order Riddler. A couple factory shots from Tweeterhead. I know the Elvira is either shipping or will be shipped soon. Superman also is on his way.
Better have blue eyes.
Better have blue eyes. This one I thought was really cool. This one came out a while ago. This is part of that new Sideshow Mythos line. And people didn't really love kind of the flapper Harley look.
Mm-hmm.
But they're now offering a second portrait. I think the second portrait's beautiful.
I think such a portrait just makes the statue. It completes it. And kudos for Sideshow. They've been listening to the fans' feedback on everything, and they've made adjustments to, like, with the Batman, the Superman, and now this one.
Yeah.
So kudos to them for listening to their fans and their buyers.
It'd be interesting to see if they do that with the Riddler now. But I'm in the minority on this one. I actually love the first portrait. I like how crazy she looks, and I don't really like the second portrait. I feel like she just looks bored, and he's like all crazy looking. But I don't know. That's why we have options, right? Not everybody loves everything.
That's right. Absolutely. But I just thought it was cool that they're offering it. I mean, obviously, Sideshow's job is to sell statues. And if they want to sell this, they did the right thing. They listened to the fans. Very smart. It makes me like it even more. I actually, it's starting to grow on me. Do you remember, was this a quarter scale?
Yes.
Or fifth?
I think it is a statue.
Oh, it's one of those, non.
Correct.
Yeah. Okay.
Does it come with those teeth next to is that like a proximity piece?
I don't think it
I just
comes
noticed
with
that now.
I don't think it does, but I could be wrong. This was a surprise this week. This is the Frankenstein's monster, and this is the black and white variant. They already had an out of the box video, so I don't know if that means it's going to ship soon.
Yeah, well, they gave themselves a window of November to January.
Okay, but I actually like this one even more. I love the black and white.
I actually decided I prefer the first one myself.
You like the first one? Well, you can't go wrong either way.
Yeah.
But I thought this was really cool. Same exact statue, just a different paint scheme. But I would assume
only 100.
Yeah, I was going to say only 100, and I would imagine that they'll do that with all of them.
And then
so
Jeff,
if you want to,
Jeff posted in his group they're most likely doing more. They had another font teaser.
Well, they had a teaser, but they did.
I don't know if you saw my comment. They sent out an email, but it wasn't for a statue. I think it was like an art print or something from Universal Monsters or something. It had something to do with
it's an Olivia Bride of Frankenstein print.
Yeah, that was it. Yeah.
All right. Well, we'll move on. Again, there is a pulsating light effect, which is nice. Very cool. There's what it looks like kind of in normal light. Great piece.
Yeah, it's cool.
Great piece.
You know what? I would have been tempted if it had been one of those variants that ships immediately. That's one thing about Spooktacular in the past is that they often had variants that were in stock shipping today, and that was always like, oh my god, gotta get it.
It's like high pressure sales.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah. But it also lets you figure out, hey, I like the original one better, you know?
So I looked at this picture to decide which one I liked better. And I can see the detail more in the colored one. And you can see kind of, blood where the pieces were put together. And I don't know. I prefer the color one.
I feel like you definitely get more detail with the color.
Yeah.
I mean, especially around the stitching.
Yeah.
Is there a price difference?
$10. $10 more for the black and white.
Oh, it's more. Wow.
Yeah.
I guess for the edition size, but
Probably, yeah. I'd say it's just the ES
less paint involved. You don't have to do all the blood work and all that.
Yeah.
It should be
I was
cheap.
gonna say it should be a simpler paint job.
And man, I wish Sideshow would get this to us before Halloween. It'd be a Halloween present for Jeff if
It sure would.
magically arrived soon.
Fingers crossed.
Looks cool there.
I like it.
Dub it as a
They
solid.
they also teased a Court of the Dead, a new Court of the Dead as well. We
That
got
one looks insane.
They're back.
it's really cool. Yeah, they're back. Of course, Anna, has always been in charge of Court of the Dead, and she always brings a lot of excitement to this lineup. Of course, we have Amy back here as well. But it's just really cool to see something new. I know that there's still a lot of Court of the Dead fans out there. I know that it's a Sideshow's original creation, and so I'm excited for those collectors. It's been a minute since we've had anything new from that lineup, and so I'm excited they're doing some new stuff.
Doesn't Anna's new hairstyle remind you of Halloween candy?
It does. It does.
She's got that two-tone thing going on. What's those things called? The
Candy corn.
Candy corn.
Yeah, candy corn. She got
Candy
the candy corn coloring.
I love it.
Does anybody else like candy corn?
Oh, I love candy corn.
I used to when I was a kid. Now I don't.
My favorite is the little pumpkins when they do the pumpkins at Halloween. Love those.
I think this piece is. I can't wait to see this piece painted up. I think it's just cool.
Mhm.
It's going to be great. And I just wanted to say, we were talking about Anna. She's one of the nicest. She's just a sweetheart. I've had a chance to hang out with her a couple times, and just a really great person from Sideshow. This is again, we haven't been on for a number of weeks, so some of this you might have seen before. But this is Legendary Beast. They premiered it on Jimmy's Godlike Statues. Some renders from Legendary Beast.
Yeah,
that's you guys hadn't seen them.
Cool reveals on that show.
Yeah, a lot of reveals. Specifically from the Marvel stuff.
I like that right there.
Mm-hmm.
Billy, you getting any of these or no?
I want to get my Iron Man first.
Yeah,
good point.
This one was I think this one they said it was a traditionally sculpted diorama.
Yeah,
that they have in the works.
Scale. Monstrous thing.
This was a DC, which was cool. This is a Cyborg Superman.
This one I'm kind of iffy on.
Me too.
It's just okay.
It's just I feel the same. I feel like it's just okay. This
Prime
one I like.
did a pretty darn good job on theirs.
Yeah, I like the Manhunter. This one's cool. I like the flow of it. A lot of different portraits, obviously. Looks good. This one is that Dark Side. Again, these are all just like ideas that are going to be popping out. They could change, obviously, but just initial renders and things. It's fun to think about.
Did they do like a Daredevil too?
No,
I don't think so.
I don't think so.
That they showed
Yes,
something
it's got a nice one coming in 1/3.
Yeah, they do.
I feel like there was. I'll wait for the rest of the photos. Oh, that was the one. Black Panther.
Black Panther looks good.
This is the one I really liked.
I like that a lot.
I do like it, and it comes with a separate base.
I mean, I'm not a Marvel guy or a Black Panther guy, but I really like this is something like I would buy just based off the looks of it. I think it looks badass.
It's cool. This was also teased since our last show. This is the Weapon X. Love this.
They're going to sell a gazillion of those.
I love it. It's so well done with the water effect.
They better price it right, though.
Yeah.
Is there going to be a light up on this?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Yep. Yeah.
This is so awesome. I know people are saying that they would get like an acrylic and kind of make the tube.
Yep.
Which is a great idea. Which can be done, and that's a great idea.
Great idea. Yeah, this is a great piece.
I actually like the other portrait, the one with the breathers like in his mouth, right? Yeah, because one
it's
off
actually
to the side.
it's off to the side with his hair flowing all crazy.
Man.
Was this one Danny?
Say again?
Was this one Danny that sculpted this one?
Oh, Bell.
No.
Was this Canale or something?
Yeah, that's Canal.
Oh, it's Canale. It's great.
I didn't know how I felt about the bubbles being like on him and stuff, but and maybe I still have to see it, but I like it.
It's awesome.
It's really well done.
This one was not as well received, but since we've had our last show, this one was now out for pre-order.
Too cartoonish.
Well, it was a weird decision. I mean, they've been on a roll with their X-Men line. Everybody has wanted a Beast forever. And then they brought this out and said it's based on the animated series.
Yeah.
So why would you bring out? It's like the first in a new line, when everybody wants a beast to go with the line that they've been doing.
for
Yep.
years.
Yeah,
Made zero sense.
really weird.
I mean, I think if it had just had a different portrait, I think it would have been okay. But yeah, I just don't.
Well, it does have another portrait, but
I mean, but they're both cartoony
yeah.
to me. I don't know. I just
Check
don't know
out-
the character either, so I don't know. I mean, I'm not a great person to talk about, but
Check out All Things Art. There's a great one there.
Mm-hmm.
yeah, he did a great job painting one.
Phenomenal.
Hey, John, in the chat, there is another licensed Martian Manhunter. Tweeterhead did one.
Yeah, it's a great one too.
Yep.
Kind of a similar pose where he's kind of looking out.
Yep.
That looks real.
This one is. I mean, speaking of just amazing, like this is the black label. The thing that I'm having kind of trouble with is that a lot of people are saying that these are kind of like just oversized Hot Toys, where like the bodies are PVC and the heads are PVC. So at what point is it still a statue? Where do you guys weigh in?
Well, we talked about it in our private chat. You know, I said one of the main characteristics of a statue is that they don't move. You know, so like if you have a swap out, maybe an arm up or an arm down, that's fine. You know, the statue is still stationary. Like once you start getting into articulation, my mind goes to figure.
Because that's, you know, as I think I have, yeah, so this is what I'm talking about. So you can actually move the arms. So it's basically a figure. And so it's hard because you're paying statue prices for a figure. It's basically like a larger quarter scale Hot Toys where you can pose them and do different things.
That's what it
I
is.
don't know. I mean, that's what it is. It's interesting because I mean that definitely switches up the game of kind of like this gray area. Some people will be bothered by that.
No, there's nothing wrong with that. I mean, there are Hot Toys has made a few 1/4 figures. You know, there's a Dark Knight, I think, right?
Right.
So, and that's fine. They look great too, but it's not a statue.
But it looks great.
Looks great.
Speaking of looking great, this is a beautiful piece from Tweeterhead.
Yeah.
The wings on her are fantastic.
I love the color scheme.
This one sold very well for Tweeterhead.
This is Tila, right?
No.
No, this is Sorceress.
Sorceress. Who's Tila? Oh, the girl. Yeah. Yeah, this is great.
Really beautiful portrait. Tweeterhead always does so well with the female portraits.
Mhm.
Their exclusive was such a small ES on this.
150. Look at that.
It's cool.
It's a beautiful woman right there.
And he's a quarter?
No, this
No,
1/5.
I think 1/5. I think 1/5.
1/5.
So that's can you go back one more real quick?
Yeah.
It says Mattel on the bottom. They have to get a license through Mattel or something. Is that
Yeah,
what it
it's Masters of the Universe.
Masters
Yeah.
of the Universe.
Oh.
That they've been
He-Man.
Mattel since the beginning. Yeah.
says?
Yeah.
That's true, I guess. All right.
Until a long
They
time.
make He-Mans and Barbies.
Yes, they do.
Did Chad say that the wings were going to be like PVC or something like that?
I can't remember what he said, but it's going to be beautiful.
Yeah, I like this one.
I'm okay with no matter what it's made of. I'm okay if it doesn't break.
Yep.
As long as it looks good and doesn't break, I don't care. I don't want another falling owl.
Oh, yeah.
Ugh. I didn't want to go near mine.
Yeah,
You should put something under it just in case.
I know.
Like when mine broke, just the leg broke. This is like hit the ground hard.
Yeah, mine it shattered like into like 20 pieces off the wings. I didn't even realize all the little tips were broken off.
And you weren't doing anything? You weren't dusting or anything?
I wasn't even in the room.
It's happened to at least 4 or 5 people. The same thing, Dan.
Yeah.
You just walk by and it's like on the floor. You're like, what?
No,
the
I
heck?
didn't even walk by. It just fell off on its own.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You walk up and you're like, what happened to my statue? Mine's in a glass case. Nobody can even touch it or even breathe on the thing. It's not even
Yours
like a
broke too?
breeze hit it. Yeah, when I used to have it, it fell off. I had to repair it.
I feel like just taking them off and just not even.
That's what a lot of people have done. They're like, screw it. It's not gonna have.
It actually doesn't look that bad with the owl off the base. You can kind of see like the whole base a little bit better. The owl is pretty big.
That's crazy.
This is a statue that DC Direct's doing. They're doing a lot, more statues, some of the smaller scale stuff. So
This is McFarlane, isn't it?
yeah, McFarlane. What
Yeah.
did I say?
Well, it does say DC Direct, but it also says McFarlane.
Okay, yeah, I'm sorry. Yeah, McFarlane Toys. It's through the DC Direct license.
Yeah.
So I thought that was
Crazy.
cool. Also, we did
this one.
We had this review on the channel, and I want to thank that viewer for sending it in because I thought this was a lot of fun.
Yeah, this thing's massive.
Another big piece. So this again is McFarlane Toys.
Yeah, it's like a 1.6, I think. Huh?
But really tall. That was a fun review to watch.
It's crazy.
This was the turtles. I didn't get a picture of it, but this was also on display at New York.
That was really cool. I didn't realize that was a separate piece until you told me.
Yeah, separate piece, and it has kind of a light, like this glowing effect to it. It was really cool.
Yeah, it looks cool lit up. I don't know what it looks like when it's off, but
Yeah,
Probably like that. I mean, it looks like that. Looks like like that bottle, that bucket of slime that you had as a kid.
Could you imagine having this in the front and then the turtles full grown in the background? That would look so good as a display.
That's exactly what they had on display
That's
there.
how it had it, yeah.
I was going to say it looked phenomenal.
it was right in front of Shredder.
Yep.
Shredder's awesome.
Yeah, Shredder is one of my favorites they've done.
Yeah.
I wonder if they'll do a Splinter.
I'm surprised they haven't, but I would imagine they will. Maybe that'll kind of be the end, or I'm sure they'll do like a Casey Jones.
Did y'all see the cosplayer of Casey Jones?
I didn't see it.
There are a
He
few of them.
looked phenomenal.
I just want to give a shout out to Tom Derenick, who actually I introduced him to Eric, and Eric was so blown away by it. He's like, "Screw it! I want you to do a commission for me." And so this is the Riddler he did for him.
And I
Yeah,
said,
then
screw it. I don't want you to do a commission for me.
And then I bought a few more today. Thanks, Chris.
Yes, you did. He's a great artist. Threw these in too. This was the rock paper scissors.
Wow, yeah, I forgot about that.
Love that part. We had a rock paper scissor off between Billy and Eric.
These are two of a kind because
Two of a
they're,
kind. Yes,
yeah,
right.
On that one.
they're
this
exactly alike.
This is the.
Then after that one, I lost the coin toss for selling the badges, leaving the convention to someone.
That's right.
It was
But that's a Sean Murphy piece, which was really cool with the Batmobile.
a day full of games.
Yeah, it was. There's JWR's Pinch
Ooh,
Joker.
I like that.
Yeah,
It's phenomenal looking.
So good. There's my Mask of the Phantasm from Finch, which turned out better than I could have imagined. And also the Carmine Falcone.
I got to catch up. I missed last week's episode of Penguin. I haven't watched it yet.
Oh, it
It
was
was
good.
really good.
No spoilers.
The one with Sophia has been my favorite so far. Like that whole episode was just Sophia.
Yeah, that was good.
Yes, last week's was good. This is the brand new one they just showed today. This is based off of Jock's Catwoman. Not sure who Jark is, but Jock is a cool artist. But yeah, this is based off of his Catwoman. I thought this was a cool one.
Is that real red paint or is that just artificial lighting?
It is real red paint.
Okay. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, it's pretty neat. This has started to ship the Spider-Man. I love this diorama from Sideshow.
Yeah, I forgot about that piece. It looks good.
I don't know if Jim put it up on his channel, but I know he advertised that
he
he
did.
was having this. So if you want to check out a review of this piece, you can check out over on Jim Mint Collectibles.
Still love that symbiote too.
Yeah, it's a great piece also. I just love the concept of this one. I have no idea who makes this. I don't know if it's a licensed company or not, but I thought this looked really good.
It's pretty big
Mhm.
compared to that laptop. Unless that's like a
Yeah, it looks like
tablet.
it's
Not- maybe that's a tablet.
I think it's half scale. But I thought the Chris Reeve portrait looked really nice.
Are you sure that's not the J&D?
It's not. Look at the base.
There is no base.
I don't see
it?
it. Oh, the base is different.
There was on a piece of paper.
Did they have white on the base, or was it just a black base?
I can't remember.
I can't remember either. But I mean, if this is J&D, I think it looks good.
I suspect that's probably J&D
The
because
crystals.
got the long thing.
Yeah, the crystals in the back look familiar. I feel like the J&D did have like one on each corner.
It might be the J&D then. It looks really big though. It looks half scale compared to that laptop.
I think that's an iPad with a keyboard connection because my daughter has the same thing. So it's
Oh,
actually a
it could be.
smaller tablet. It's not like a big laptop.
Like I said, if this is J&D, I think it looks pretty decent. It's
It
not.
looks like the guy
perfect.
from the Pure Arts booth.
Yeah, it kind of does. So I don't know. I guess we'll try to find out.
Yeah, it's got to be J&D. Oh, and the chat's saying it's J&D.
Yeah, J&D, okay, I think it looks good.
So I'm buying this one
Oh, yeah.
if the price is reasonable.
Jeff, this is not a hero.
Yeah, I know, but boy, oh boy, that's
Your Riddler claim just went out the window.
well, except that this is how I've always pictured the Joker in my
Mhm.
brain.
Me too.
It's awesome. Yeah, I would love to add this one to the collection. Again, this is a quarter scale from Queen.
They got to fix their distribution.
Shipping
Yeah.
in 2030.
Yeah, they do have to figure some stuff out.
There are people still waiting for the Captain America over my shoulder.
Wow.
It took
That's-
me 2 years to get it,
It's crazy.
and I got it like 6 months ago. People are still waiting. It's ridiculous.
Same.
Yeah.
This was a big reveal.
Chat, it is quarter scale.
Okay.
Yeah. This is also a quarter scale that made some collectors upset. This is the Mythos Vader.
But it doesn't come with the best portrait, I heard, right? It does have the ripped portrait.
No, it doesn't come with the completely helmet off portrait.
To me, that's like the best. Not, I mean, it's cool with this portrait too, but that ripped, half torn mask is pretty awesome.
It's got that one. It
Oh, it
doesn't.
does?
It doesn't have the
see it.
completely,
Unmasked.
off.
Yeah, the
Oh,
unmasked.
okay.
Yeah. But
Yeah,
I
just,
agree.
one
The broken helmet is the best one for me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't realize it came with that. All right.
Yeah.
It does.
And it doesn't come with the
that's
fire lightsaber.
No one
Okay.
took it out of the box anyway.
Right.
I like that. That was my favorite part of it too. The fire lightsaber.
I thought that was neat. But regardless, this is going to sell some.
That was
Yeah.
different.
So my problem with this, I remember when I think you were in San Diego that year, right? When
Yeah.
they were playing that one?
Oh, when they had both of them?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So my problems with that piece was number one, it's not quarter scale. And number two, there's no light up.
Yeah.
And
no,
they
it
fixed
hasn't.
both of those things. But they added $450 to the price. So I'm like, "Grr."
Yeah, it's expensive.
It's cool.
Crazy.
I mean,
Hey guys, thank you so very much for watching today. And if you're new here, please hit the subscribe button right here on the screen and check out these two awesome videos. I think you're going to love them. And also please join us on social media, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok. I would love to have you join in all the fun. Thank you guys so very much for watching. See you in the Batcave.